Our final award tonight is a team induction, and that is the 1980 to 1985 Legion 2 Fastball Club. If they could start to make their way over there, please, members, and if you could alphabetize yourself, that would be terrific. The Legion Number 2 Fastball Club existed from 1980 to 1985. Through the efforts of Jack Watson and the Royal Canadian Legion Branch Number 2, the team was formed with players from 3 different teams, the Empress Cubs, the Chalet Jets, and Tom's Transmission. In 1980 and 81, they played in the Winnipeg Men's Fastball League B Division with moderate success, finishing in the top 4 both years. Changes came in 1982 after the Western Major Fastball League had shut down in 1981. There were now several very skilled fastball players looking to continue playing top-level fastball, and the Legion Number 2 Fastball Club were able to pick up a few of them. The team played in the B Division for league play, but moved up to Senior A for provincials. They made it to the finals before losing to the Portage Dodgers. They're all trying to figure out their names and where they fit. The team resumed playing in the Senior B Division in 1983, winning their league championship and moving on to compete in the Senior B Provincials. Hey, B goes before C. Once again, they made it to the finals before losing to the Scarth Merchants. 1984 saw the team move back up to Senior A competition, and this time they achieved their goal of winning a provincial championship. They beat the Winnipeg Internationals in the provincial finals and went on to compete in the Canadian Senior A Championships in Fredericton, New Brunswick. In 1985, the team lost several members of the previous year's championship squad and moved down to play in the Intermediate A level. They were provincial Intermediate A champions and competed at the Senior C Western Canadians in Calgary. In addition to competing in provincial, Western Canadian, and national competition, the Legion 2 Fastball Club had success at some top-level tournaments in the area. For example, in 1983, they won the Grand Forks International. They had lost the first game of the tournament and had to win 10 consecutive games, 7 of them on Sunday to win it, and they did. One of the characteristics of the team was that it had a mix of veteran and younger players. This gave the vets an opportunity to continue playing top-level ball while showing the younger players how to play at that level. Although the Legion Number 2 Fastball Club may not have existed for a very long time, when they were playing, they definitely made some noise in Fastball, Manitoba. Please join me in welcoming the Legion 2 Fastball team into the Manitoba Softball Hall of Fame in the team category. So we'll start with the individual players again, remembering that there's a cliff off this side of the stage. Brian Bates.
Batesy. Hang on, Jerry. Hang on, Jerry. Brian. Come on, Batesy. No, Jerry. Jerry, just hang on. Just hang on.
No problem. Once he's done. Greg Bouchard. This is where you run across the stage. Jerry Shamartin. Mike Chuby. Bert Duhamel. Randy Dutame. Roger Forsberg. Wayne Forsey. Susie Johnson for Wayne Jans. Joey Kaspersian. Harry Clausen. Rick Landels. Dale LeClaire, Gord Malinowski, Glenn Nash, Ralph Nesper, Wayne Norman, Wayne Palmer, Daryl Parisian, Ron Pierce, Lloyd Penner, Kenny Porter, Gary Pospisil, hello, Gord Polton, Bob Riddell, Linda Scott for Randy Scott, Richard Sidorchuk, Smitty Smith for Stan Radomski, Rick Thomas, Dennis Tomlinson, Don Vancott, Terry Wallen, Kevin Watson for Jack Watson, Greg Weeb, Joelle Wilcox for Sandy Spencer, or I have Laura Spencer now, Brent Williams, Ann Spencer? Ann. Okay, Ann Williams for Brent. Gord Wu. And Dave Winnichuk. And also on that team, Rob Bergen, Jerry Biernartz, Greg Creaser, Brian Kelly, Barry Lutz, Jim Nicholson, Tom Richmond, Steve Wilson, Kevin Wright, Malcolm Brown, Matthew Deegan, and Bob Newell. This is your Legion 2 Fastball Club. I'd now like to invite Greg Bouchard to represent the team.
Hey, Lester. Get these two ball hits. You got it. You didn't use the flash, did you? Thank you to the Softball Hall of Fame Committee for selecting our team to enter the Hall of Fame. It's quite an honor. It wouldn't be right to not recognize members of our team who are no longer with us. That list includes Sandy Spencer, Stan Radomski, Randy Scott, Malcolm Brown, Wayne Jans, Rob Bergen, and of course, the creator of the Legion 2 softball team, Jack Watson. When I first put this application in a few years back, my sole goal was to honor Jack. And unfortunately, Jack passed before he deserved his just reward. If you look at the number of bodies that are up here over a 6-year period, that's a hell of a lot of recruiting that had to go on. And exactly, answer that phone call, please. Answer that phone call. It's probably important. But it was a different cast of characters over the 6 years. Our first 2 years, we played a competitive Senior B schedule. We did okay. We were a 500-plus ball team, made it to provincials, finished top 4, top 5. And 82, we thought, okay, we got the team. that can win a Senior B provincial championship. So Softball Manitoba, in their infinite wisdom, told our club, no, you've got to play Senior A. So we were very upset with that movement. And to prove them wrong, we lost in the provincial final. Oh yeah, we shoved it up their butt. We lost 3-0 to Portage, who eventually went on to the national championships. But we thought we had a real good shot at a Senior B championship. And again, we played above our weight, and we did okay. 83 was another banner year. We got moved back to Senior B. And as said in the profile, we went down to the annual Grand Forks tournament, lost our first game to a team out of Minot with a pitcher by the name of Ollie Fiddler. And yeah, a lot of people know who Ollie was. And he stuck it in our ear. So in order to win the tournament, we had to run the table, and we did. The temperatures, I heard the Moose's Mob playing in 40 plus and high humidities. If you think about that time of the year in 83, it was really, really warm, and we never left the diamond for 2 days. And a lot of us on the second day, after winning the whole tournament, winning 10 games in a row, we're riding back to Winnipeg, and I can remember driving with Ralph in the back of his car, shaking from sunstroke, because we never left. Thank God they had these canopies to try and keep us, out of the sun as best we could. But we pulled it out, and it was a wonderful weekend. And I don't know if that picture made it onto the screen, but Roger was kind enough to lend it to us. And it's a picture of all of us leaving the Grand Forks complex on knees. Everybody's got a cold beer in their hand. I did, and I don't drink. But it was that warm that day that we all had a beer in our hand. And a lot of the credit for us winning that day, Randy Dutain went off. He just absolutely took the tournament over. And a lot of us remember in the championship game, Randy hit one out of the park and smashed a windshield in the parking lot. It made the news on Grand Forks TV. So we pulled that one out. It was a great tournament. We came back to Manitoba and Winnipeg, continued on our journey for 83, and proceeded to lose in the Senior B provincial finals to Scarth in a hard-fought game, but we came up first loser. 84 was a real awe-inspiring year. We played Senior A, and we had a magnificent run at the provincials to the point that we upset the Winnipeg Internationals 1-0 in the final. And if memory serves me correct, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning when we finally finished because of rain delays or whatever. But we pulled that one off, and were able to represent Manitoba at the Senior A National Championships in Fredericton, New Brunswick, which was a real feather in our team's cap. 85, as mentioned in the preamble, a lot of guys moved on separate ways. Jack reassembled and took a team to the Western Canadians in Calgary at the intermediate A level and finished with a bronze medal. So you think about the 6 years that our team was together, and sponsored by the Weston Legion, totally because of Jack. Part of our requirement, just so everybody remembers, part of our requirement was to provide security in the parking lot when the Legion closed down. The guys here understand that, but the inside story was we moved what we were doing inside the Legion, socializing, drinking, we moved it to the parking lot to protect everybody's cars. And Jack made damn sure that we did a good job. Not one break-in. We were very good at that. The one thing that Jack, I guess, when he ran this ball club, his rule of thumb was we'll play anybody, anytime, anywhere. And if it meant we got our asses kicked, that was fine, because it meant we were getting better. So our trips to Grand Forks, Fargo, Minot, Sioux City, Iowa, after watching Pencor come up to Fargo, and we were just in awe of the talent and a lot of people in this room know who they are. Jack said, well, we're going to go there. And so we proceeded to go to Sioux City for an early season tournament because we wanted to measure ourselves against the best. If you want to be the best, you got to go beat the best. We didn't, but that's okay. That was okay. It was all to get better. And as I said at the beginning of this speech, all of us here are brothers in arms because of what Jack Watson put together. And once again, on behalf of our group, our main G bunch of ball players, thank you to the Softball Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all of the fellow inductees and to other members of the Hall of Fame. We thank you. We appreciate it. We are humbled. And again, this one's for Jack. Have a good night.